What's going on, guys? Patrick here. Hope you guys are all having a fantastic day. Today we're going to be looking at the exact date which Bitcoin could reach $1.2 million in price. Yes, you heard that correctly, $1.2 million. We're also going to be looking at some Bitcoin analysis, altcoin analysis, as well as tons of other news that went on in the cryptocurrency space. So guys, make sure you stay all the way until the end of the video because this is going to be jam-packed full of information which you do not want to miss out on. Let's go into the recent trades first. You guys love to see the trades that myself and the group have been in. Recently, we entered 2 Bitcoin shorts. One of them was perfectly over here at around 8 o'clock in the morning on my time on the 19th of August. Pretty much the high end of the buy zone was 11,900. So we entered fully in the buy zone. Then we had our first take profit at around $11,740. The next take profit at $11,650. And the third one was all the way down here at $11,500, which we did not hit yet. However, reversing from here, we had another entry opportunity right here, which we entered at around about, I don't remember if it was 10 or 11 o'clock in the morning my time, on August 20th, which was a short as well, with our first take profit at 11,780. The next one down here at around 11,680, I think it was. And then over here as well at $11,550. So if you were in any of those trades, let me know down below in the comments right now. 2 very profitable trades. Entry wise, we found that we broke below, obviously on the 1 hour time frame, the EMA ribbon. We had the first rejection here, which we didn't want to trade because we wanted that confirmation. We had the flip of the EMA ribbon happen here as well. From there, we had one opportunity here to enter a short as the rejection off of the resistance of the EMA ribbon. And then obviously we had that one. We had another one here which we didn't enter, but once it came back up to this level, we entered again for the rejection. It traded sideways and then it came back down and it let us hit 2 out of the 3 targets both times. So congratulations to everyone that was in there. Some very basic trade setups, extremely easy to find, all just looking at the EMA ribbon, identifying the supports and the resistances, and then jumping in there. You can see the take profit was taken at the support, right? There was multiple reasons for why each take profit was set in the place that it was set. And it was just overall a very, very straightforward trade. So if you feel like you're missing out, you feel like you want to take advantage of all the opportunities in this market, then make sure to check out the first link down below in the description for the cryptocurrency trade alert group. I post every single one of the trades that myself and my expert team enters in this group so that if you're a complete beginner, if you don't know how to do technical analysis, or if you don't have time to do technical analysis, you can copy our exact trades. It takes 2 to 3 minutes to set up, and after that, profits are taken automatically for you. So it becomes very, very passive. We have altcoin trades, we have leverage trades, and we have the #1 community in the cryptocurrency space. But most importantly, for 14 days, so for 2 weeks after the day you sign up, you can test everything we have to offer. You can see every single one of our trades for 2 weeks completely risk-free in our free trial. And if for some reason, no questions asked, if it doesn't work for you, I don't care what the reason is, you can simply cancel and you will avoid getting charged. It's as simple as that. I look forward to seeing a bunch of you in there. A lot of you guys were in there. You participated in those recent trades. If you were, again, let me know down below in the description. But if you weren't, I look forward to seeing you in there. But let's look at Bitcoin and what exactly we could expect from the Bitcoin price. Starting in the 1 hour time frame, we can see very clearly that we are currently at this support line that we have tested multiple times before. If we just zoom out really quick, you guys can see we tested it multiple times starting here. We tested it again here, and we tested it again here. This is what I'm keeping my eye out on for Bitcoin in the short term. Before we start talking about that long-term prediction, let's look at the short term first. We noticed and we talked about these W patterns that have been forming, right? The W patterns that would indicate that Bitcoin was about to have a move to the upside. We had one here like I just drew, W to the upside. Then we had another one here, W to the upside. And then now what we're waiting on is we have the first part and we have the potential beginning of the second part. So one thing to keep an eye out on is if we complete this W pattern, Bitcoin comes back up around this level. It breaks above the EMA ribbon on the 1 hour time frame. That would be bullish to get us back up into this level right here, which is the $12,100 mark. And as we've been saying for a long time, $12,100 is the first breakout that we need to see to start that bullish confirmation like we start having here. But then the big level we want to break as well is $12,500. We want to see volume come in, right? Unlike this move where it had no volume and it came back down, we want to see volume come in to back up the move. We want to see, like I said, this got rejected really pretty much at $12,500, which is a level we want to see break as well, or at least maintain between this range for a little bit so that we can come back up and break this level as well. Breaking above that short term gives us that green light for that $13,000, $14,000, maybe even $15,000 Bitcoin, which is the level a lot of people should start, if you're in a trade at least, start looking for to secure profit if you are in a long-term trade, because from there, I see that we could have a little bit of a pullback, but we're gonna save that and we're gonna talk about that in a future video. Let's go into the 4-hour time frame, also a time frame which we do look like we're breaking below the EMA ribbon. We haven't had that bearish flip yet, similar to what happened over here. Bearish flip has not come up. We've found this rejection, we found this act as resistance during this point, but it looks like it might be trying to form that actual flip. If it forms a flip, if we're confirmed break below, that could be very bearish for Bitcoin. But until that happens, there's no reason for us to be looking at that bearish side. We need to keep that in mind. We need to keep our eye open on it. But as of right now, I'm looking for either that to flip, and then we have that rejection off the resistance again, and Bitcoin breaks below the trend line, because it's going to be getting narrower and narrower, the price range, and we're going to have to break either up or down eventually, or Bitcoin continues this W pattern, comes back up, and shoots back to the upside. Currently, I'm not in any position because obviously I showed you guys the shorts I was in. That's the last position that I was in. Some people still have that trade open. I still have the latest short open from over here. So a break below would be great, but stop losses are moved. Everything is in pure profit right now. So I'm not in a long position to catch this move if it does break to the upside yet. Stay updated. If you're in the group, you will hear if we do switch into a long or whatever it is that happens, we will obviously update you guys. But the 4-hour looks very tricky. Very tricky with the rejection coming in here. The EMA ribbon is going to get closer and closer to this, and the price is going to have to either break above at this point or break below and head back down to what could be $9,600. Daily time frame looks obviously a lot more bullish because we are above the EMA ribbon on the daily time frame. We have been for some time. We found multiple points of support. But even on the EMA ribbon here, if we do break below, I would expect to come test this lower end of the EMA ribbon, the strong support that we have here. I would look for us to test that first. So around $10,700, $10,800 if we do break below as well. But Bitcoin doing what Bitcoin's doing, obviously, like I said, 1-hour time frame looks a little bit more clear. The 4-hour looks a little bit more uncertain. The one day looks more bullish. So we need to keep an eye out on those two things that I mentioned for Bitcoin breaking above or Bitcoin breaking below. But altcoins, Bitcoin dominance, ever since we broke this level right here, which was a huge support previously, and then obviously a huge resistance multiple times before. Once we broke, it was around this range over here. We have seen altcoins perform absolutely crazy. Some altcoins that just have been doing insane things. We saw, I think OMG is up over 100% today. 0x is up over 40 to 50% today. Absolutely crazy moves. Would I be in altcoins necessarily for the long run? That's up to you, depending on how you want to diversify your portfolio, but still remember, Bitcoin being the big one, it's going to lead the pack in terms of moves. So to me, I am primarily holding Bitcoin and trading altcoins into getting more Bitcoin. Very few altcoins, which I've mentioned in previous videos, very few altcoins that I actually hold for the long run. A majority of the time, I simply just trade it. And when we see something like this, this is great news for traders because that means opportunities for altcoins are everywhere, right? If you can identify them, they're absolutely everywhere. And I wanted to ask you guys, would you want to see a future video where I break down some of the altcoins that are looking the best, at least over the next few weeks and months? Which altcoins I think could have some very nice moves because they're at some very low levels, and there's a lot of them that even though we're breaking down this dominance, a lot of them are still consolidating and haven't seen that break of the resistance, which could mean, 30, 40, 50, 100% gains. Let me know your guys' thoughts on that down below in the comments. If you want to see a video like that in the near future, I will go ahead and make one for you. But now it's time to go into the prediction. The $1.2 million price prediction. This comes in from our friend Davinci15. If you guys don't know about him, you probably haven't been in the space for a long time. Davinci15 has been in the space for, I want to say, almost a decade now. used to be a big guy into gold around that decade ago, then started to find Bitcoin, started talking about Bitcoin all the way back when, right? So many years ago. I don't remember exactly when it was, but it was like 7, 8 years ago. Started talking about it, and then over time, people thought he was wrong. People kept people kept trying to discredit him, and then here we are, 2020. Bitcoin's at $12,000. Everybody's upset that they didn't buy into Bitcoin. So he's saying Bitcoin's gonna go to $1.2 million with a market cap twice the market cap of gold. His reasoning for that is that, talking about that potential gold coin that people are talking about, or a gold-backed digital currency, he's saying that can never give everybody without discrimination access to international finance. What he's saying is Bitcoin, however, is all-inclusive. Doesn't matter who you are, what your skin color is, what gender you are, where you're from in the world. Even a fridge can go ahead and own Bitcoin and transfer it anywhere in the world. A fridge might be a little extreme of an example, but you guys get what he's trying to say. And even in the comments, I love it, being in Davinci's position at this point, being right for so many years. Every time people can try to say something to him in the market, he basically just says, yeah, 4 years ago when I said Bitcoin would go to 10K, people said it can barely hold $600 for half a day without dumping. Who was right in the end? Them or me? Absolute savage. I love it, Davinci. If you're watching this video, good response, right? At this point, you've been right so many times. Eventually, people are going to have to start listening, right? But the time frame which he mentioned, that $1.2 million Bitcoin, is what excited me the most, and that's the one that I wanted to share with you guys. So I'm going to play with you a clip really quick from Crypto. Now, Crypto does a lot of collabs with Davincij15, 81,000 subscribers. So if you're watching this, Chris, congratulations on all the success that you're seeing. Absolutely deserve it. These guys, absolutely great, the channel that they have. But I'm going to share with you guys the clip where Davinci is asked for the timeline for hitting that $1.2 million. Let's take a look.
I really think that we might see it in this next run-up in Bitcoin for the next year, for 2021, because everything's coming to a head. Basically, the Federal Reserve and the United States government have kicked the can down the road to the point where they can't kick the can down anymore. They cannot come up with any kind of game plan that will allow them to survive this strategy where they're printing money nonstop. There's nobody left to buy the debt. Basically, who can they sell treasuries to? Right, to your grandma? No, she's retired. she wants to take this cash those treasuries out.
To the millennials? No, they are buying Bitcoin.
Exactly. Exactly. So it's game over, and because of that, I really see Bitcoin heading up to $1.2 million or something insane like that
by 2021.
By the end of 2021.
Boom. You guys heard that here. Not first. You heard it there first. Maybe here second. By the end of 2021, a $1.2 million Bitcoin sounds absolutely insane. I'm not going to go ahead and say that I 100% guarantee it's going to happen. I'm not going to say that it's even likely to happen. But is it possible? I mean, Bitcoin's done some crazy things in the past. It's definitely possible for that to happen. Obviously, between now and there, we have a huge gap in price where, it's a lot of opportunities are going to be presented. There are going to be times where you should long, where you should short, where you should, buy, times where you should sell. But overall, in that long-term trajectory, the expected price, I know you guys have heard me talk about previously, different price targets, different price predictions. This is an absolutely major one. This one would mean that owning pretty much one Bitcoin, or maybe even less than a Bitcoin, could make you a millionaire by the end of the year 2021. Which is absolutely insane. So let me know your guys' thoughts down below in the description. Should we bring Davincij15 on the channel? If you're watching this, Davinci, should we bring him on the channel, everyone? Let me know in the comments down below to talk about this $1.2 million price prediction, as well as some short-term trade opportunities. If you guys want to see that, if you want to see the collab, let me know down below in the description so we can get Davinci on the channel. But let's look overall Bitcoin. It's down a little bit today, 0.69%, nothing crazy, but altcoins, Chainlink, for example, taking a huge hit, and there's still some room to fall if it breaks certain supports. Yeah, pretty sideways, because then we have OMG Network, 92% gain, like I told you, absolutely crazy. Would I jump into OMG Network up 100%? no chance that I would jump into OMG network up 100%. It's just a principle. I will not jump into something that's up 100% in 24 hours. I can't do it. It doesn't make sense. More often than not, you're gonna get burned. So I don't even wanna hear it. I'm not gonna go ahead and do it. But opportunities, like I mentioned, still everywhere in this market. So Ripple came out and they said that 20% of Ripple net transactions occur using XRP, which is higher than I think a lot of people expect. And a lot of people, when they talk about Ripple, they say, oh, XRP is not being used, so the token's not gonna have any value. What's actually valuable is the Ripple net and all these things that they're building. Well, 20% of transactions occurring using XRP, hopefully more to grow in the future. A good sign, I think, for XRP and people who have invested in XRP. And then also from Grayscale, Bitcoin market looks like 2016 before the historic bull run. Could tie into that, next historic bull run that we're gonna have, which according to Davinci could take us to $1.2 million per Bitcoin. If that happens, boys, I'm gonna be extremely happy. I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna be extremely happy if that happens. I'm sure a lot of you guys will too. A lot of us would have made a lot of money. If you're holding Bitcoin, I recommend probably continue holding it. Not your financial advisor, not telling you what to do, but I'm gonna continue to hold Bitcoin. Even if it doesn't hit 1.2 million, the upward trajectory, the next historic bull run that we expect to see will do, I believe will do very well for a lot of people. So don't be part of the weak hands. Remember, weak hands lose, and a lot of people during this move from Bitcoin going from 12,000 to $1.2 million, if it happens, a lot of people are going to lose money. Most people are going to lose money. It's going to be a select few that make money because they're going to be buying at the right times, not letting their emotions come in, and then riding that wave up while everybody else is going to, buy at 18,000. Then it drops to 15, they're going to sell. And then 15 goes to 30, and they're not in the position, so they buy at 30. Then 30 goes to 25, and then they sell because they're scared again. Then 25 goes to 50. You guys get what I'm trying to say? Most people are going to be in that losing over and over and over again streak. Make sure you're in the right positions at the right time, and make sure you take your emotions out of the trades, out of your investments. Investments should never be tied to your emotions. But guys, hopefully you enjoyed this video. If you did, don't forget, leave a thumbs up, leave a comment down below, letting me know your thoughts on this crazy price prediction that we had coming in from Davinci15. Guys, thank you so much for watching. Also, make sure you subscribe and hit that notification bell so you can stay updated on everything to do with the Bitcoin price. If we're expected to break up, if we're expected to break down, how you can maximize your opportunities and be put in the best position in this market. Make sure you're subscribed for that. Guys, thank you so much for watching. See you guys on Monday for another video.